Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is News Channel Nebraska. My name is Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our top headlines today. Beginning in Stanton, where residents there, before they tip back a cold glass of water, will need to boil it first. The city urging everyone to boil tap water before cooking or drinking it because they've detected E. coli in the city's water supply. If boiling is not an option, officials say head to the store, buy some bottled water. The 1-minute boil also applies for any water being used to brush teeth, wash dishes by hand, or make ice. City officials tell us they hope to have the water supply functioning properly and usable again by next Friday, August 29th. National news, some of the most powerful people in global economics meeting in Wyoming today. They're central bankers attending the annual Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium. Among them are Federal Reserve leaders and people who serve similar functions in other countries. And as Amy Kiley reports, their meeting comes at a tense time for the U.S. Fed.
If you let day-to-day politics come in, that's a very noisy process.
President Donald Trump is increasing his pressure on the Federal Reserve as central bankers from around the world gather in the U.S. today. Their annual symposium in Wyoming is a major economic event impacting monetary policy and consumers. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is giving the keynote speech today. Analysts say he might signal a modest rate cut given labor market concerns. Trump wants him to be more aggressive.
This guy is a numbskull. He keeps the rates too high.
When you compromise the independence of the central bank, very bad things happen to the economy.
Trump says Powell should resign. Now he's saying the same thing about Fed Governor Lisa Cook. She's a Biden appointee who voted against rate cuts recently. A member of the Trump administration alleges she might have committed mortgage fraud by naming 2 primary residences.
There's a lot of questions here, and that's why I'm saying for the sake of the country, she should just resign. And I do think this is a very different situation than, the chair.
Cook says she won't step down and instead will provide information and facts about her financial history.
Anytime you see them going after someone who's reporting something they don't like, who's unwilling to do their bidding on interest rates, don't assume that that person is guilty of anything other than doing their job.
Amy Kiley reporting, News Channel Nebraska.
Voters in a central Nebraska village are considering a sales tax increase, which would go toward repairing streets, sidewalks, and other improvements. Residents in Elm Creek gathered Wednesday for a town hall to discuss 2 major questions on their upcoming ballot. One is countywide. It involves the previously discussed new law enforcement center in nearby Kearney. The other proposes a half-cent sales tax increase locally. Village officials say that added revenue would go directly to repairing their streets, sidewalks, and possibly build new roads.
The reason that we wanted the sales tax is we don't want to burden homeowners with raising their property taxes. And the other reason is why we need this now is the cost of everything has just gone up tremendously. So we're just trying to keep ahead of everything and do more streets per year and keep all the residents happy and their vehicles safe.
If approved, the increase would bring Elm Creek's total sales tax in line with neighboring cities like Kearney and Lexington. Work would begin in downtown and along Tyler Street, which has taken a beating recently from traffic that's been detoured off the interstate. The ballots have been distributed to residents in Elm Creek. They have to be back to the Buffalo County Courthouse by September 9th. A towering courthouse has a sky-high problem and the costs equally tall to fix them. The Kearney County Courthouse in downtown Minden Square, best known for being the center of the Christmas City extravaganza. But at the moment, the dome at the top is in need of urgent repair. The project manager told commissioners this week the outside and inside are rusting because of condensation buildup during the summer. There are several options at play, and because of the attachment to festivities in December, commissioners say they want to know how people around the area feel about the next steps.
It's a county structure, but the city has had their lighting project up on the courthouse for many years, and it's kind of an iconic structure in that regard, primarily because it's a Christmas city.
A full restoration could cost up to $18 million. Another reason why Stewart says they want public input. He says ultimately it's their tax dollars that will foot the bill. Well, at a time when many school districts in Nebraska are struggling to convince voters to provide them with money for upgrades, one of the smallest districts in the state is unveiling its 8-figure renovations. Hanky Hazelton has more.
We needed central office space and, kind of a connection piece between our high school and elementary buildings, which we have achieved that. We renovated some classes in the process to kind of make it a positive learning environment for the kids and be something that our community can be proud of and grow from.
The renovations at Winside aren't just cosmetic, they're game changers. The middle section of the school now boasts a brand new library, complete with bookshelves and tables. And that's not all. On the north side, a cutting-edge shared space has been added for the shop and career and technical education buildings, fostering innovations and hands-on learning.
They each have their own classroom and a fairly substantial space for the lab work. One of the cool pieces about our welding piece is the kids built the welding booths, and then it gives our ag and then FFA program a place to kind of expand on some of the things that they work on.
The older parts of the building got all redone too, painted all the walls, and then we were able to outfit the classrooms with new carpet, new lighting, new ceiling grids and stuff like that.
They have also recognized the need to add more space for their growing preschool program for 3- and 4-year-olds, saying goodbye to cramped space.
You can only have 20 kids in each preschool class, and we had 36 kids sign up for preschool. So, and didn't want to turn 16 kids away. And then one of the other new things that we have implemented this year is a life skills program for our kids that have some specialized needs.
Although an estimated $22 million price tag is high, the school says you can't put a price tag on what it means to the town and a student's education.
It's a sense of pride, and so we're really grateful to everybody that supported this, and looking forward to at least putting the best things in front of our kids and hopefully prepare them for a world outside of high school once they graduate.
In Winside, Hanky Hazelton, News Channel, Nebraska.
Gamblers go to the new Lake Mac Casino to try to win big, but casino officials say its opening this week has already produced one big winner. Nebraska's newest casino and racetrack presented the Ogallala Public School District with a $25,000 check on Wednesday. District officials say those funds will go toward the purchase of new video scoreboards at Prairie View Elementary. Lake Mac opened its doors for the first time this week with its first race on a 5/8 mile track and over 300 slot machines and electronic table games. The facility is managed by Elite Casino Resorts, who also operate Grand Island Casino Resort. An online form designed to give the citizens of Fairbury an easy way to submit maintenance requests and voice concerns has been beset by online misuse and abuse. That's prompted the city to remove the form and explore other options. The Fix It Fairbury form gave city residents a virtual avenue to alert city officials of public nuisances and request maintenance to public works like roads, sewers, and streetlights. But city leaders said this week that form has been flooded by fake users and real users, mixing insults and vulgar language in their comments toward the city.
Staff don't need to be called their names, and like I say, they don't have the intestinal fortitude to come forward and let us know who they are to make the complaint. So we said they can just come down to the city office, fill out the complaint if they want, and we'll handle it from there.
Recently, members of the Fairbury City Council had increased their efforts publicly and online to ensure that residents knew the form was even available. But now, because of the misuse, it's not an option anymore. The city says they're exploring alternatives. In the meantime, they say anyone who has a complaint or request can file it in person at the city office in the same building as the council chambers. And the city of Norfolk seeing housing growth. Its newest development officially opened on Wednesday. Sarah McKenna has the details.
The older community of Norfolk now has a new option for housing. River Fork Villas 2 cut the ribbon Wednesday, officially opening up the low-income housing to renters.
I think this is going to do tremendous things for Norfolk. and for Nebraska.
The 18-unit development is for low-income 55-plus individuals. The country is in a housing shortage, and any new development helps the issue.
So anytime you bring new housing stock into America, into Nebraska, into Norfolk, that's a solution. We need more of this. We need a lot more of this. And it has to be affordable. You can build all the $500,000 homes you want, but people can't afford those.
The city of Norfolk has been adding these housing developments around the community, with more to come. The executive director for the housing agency, Rita Heineman, says she came in around the middle of this project, but is excited to see the progress Norfolk is making.
We need to keep building, and we are. We've got some projects in the pike coming down the line. So just it means that citizens have a chance to have, as you can see, a brand new place to live at affordable rents.
The homes are on Canoe Street, just off of South Victory Road. The waitlist is open. For more information, call 402-844-2080 or visit the City of Norfolk office behind Walgreens. In Norfolk, Sarah McKenna, News Channel, Nebraska.
And you can stay up to date with the very latest by following us online. Head to newschannelnebraska.com, click on the News tab there. You can also follow us on X, like us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. This is News Channel Nebraska.